Welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw, Editorial Director at TigerFitness.com and Muscle and Brawn Nutrition CEO, also known as the Big Hairy Ugly Dude. Guys, it's Q and A Sunday. Got a bunch of questions. Should be about a 10 to 12 minute video today. Before I get into these questions, I want you, yes you, to check out my Q and A link below. Come on over, post your questions in that Q and A link. I answer every question posted. The best questions I turn into a Q and A video every Sunday. So come back next Sunday and look for that. Now, a couple things before we start. Number one, if you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I would appreciate the support. Clicky that subscribe button. Second, see that halo on my head? Had a hat on all weekend. Was building a new grill, so I look kind of funky today. So I'm even hairier, even uglier. All right, guys, let's get into the questions. First question is from Galdino. Galdino says, "Hey Steve, on lower body days of my routine, I do deadlifts, 2 sets on day 1, and I do a deadlift variation on the lower body day 2, such as stiff leg deadlifts. Do you think that I could do deficit deadlifts on the second lower day, or would that be too much?" Okay, so Galdino's doing an upper-lower split. He's got regular deadlifts and then deficit deadlifts, and he's asking me my advice. He's only doing 2 sets of regular deadlifts. I generally, when you're talking about an upper-lower split or any type of training, I don't recommend floor pulling or below more than once a week. I also don't recommend ever training above 90% on your deadlift. So a better way to do it, Galdino, would be on day 1, you do floor deadlifts. And then the next week on day 1, you do deficit deadlifts. So you're alternating on day 1. You're doing floor and deficit, floor and deficit. Now on your second deadlift day of the week, you can pull off the floor, 5, 7-inch pulls, speed. You could even do speed pulls off the floor. That's okay as well. Or you could do like low rack pull and power shrug combinations, things like that. Just don't floor pull twice a week, and that includes things below floor pull level, and don't ever pull at 90% or above. All right, I hope that helped. Next question is from Blastcrater. I almost said crafter. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey Steve, with most programs, it seems as if there are more pushes than pulls. Pushes than pulls, or rows or pulls. An example being your huge gainer program. Is it more of a matter of balancing horizontal pressing with pulls rather than all presses? Most programs seem to have bench, overhead press, and a row, for example. All right, let me explain how I structure, how I look at workout programs, full body, upper, lower, whatever. You have, okay, this is a vertical pull. This is a vertical pull. It's vertical, meaning it's perpendicular to the ground. This is a vertical press. So I want to have a vertical pull and a vertical press. So a pull up, an inverted row, a pull down, and I also want to have an overhead or a vertical press, seated, standing, dumbbell, barbell, press, whatever. So you have that balance, that vertical balance. Horizontal, because during the bench press, you're horizontal, you're parallel to the ground. That is your horizontal press is the bench press. The opposite of that is a row, a barbell row, dumbbell row, whatever. So you will see if you look closer at the huge gainer program, and most every program I structure, whether it's a full body, upper, lower, or bro split, it'll have a vertical pull, a vertical press, horizontal pull, and a deadlift. So I get a little bit more back work in compared to chest work or pressing work. So my routines are generally almost perfectly balanced that way. That's the formula I use. So I hope that helps. You can look for that in just about any program to see if that program has that vertical and horizontal pull press balance. All right, next question is from BennyBoy555. He says, out of curiosity, how big are your forearms? I know you probably don't bother with measuring your muscles, but in your videos, they look massive. Thanks. My forearms got some crazy natural looks to them. They are 14.5 inches normally. Pumped, they're about 15 inches. They look smaller right here. In a lot of the pictures I take, Like if I step back like that, they just look absolutely massive, but they're 14.5 inches as they are. Just the way they're shaped right now, if I turn them just a little bit to the side, they'll look a little bit smaller, but it's just the way they look in that pose that makes them look like they're about 17 inches, but they're not as big as that. I get a lot of questions about forearms saying, hey, what do you do for forearms? I don't do anything for forearms. If you spend years and years doing barbell and dumbbell exercises, your forearms are generally going to grow on their own. But if they lag, yeah, you can do forearm work. So hope that helped. Next question is from Jen. Jen says, Steve, what do you think is a necessary time between a meal and a workout? I like training in the morning, so how long should I wait after breakfast before hitting the gym? As always, appreciate your advice. I get this question a lot about morning training. And here's what I typically recommend. I recommend the second you get out of bed, you have a whey protein shake and a half a banana or a banana, depending on how full that banana would make you feel. Some people aren't big morning eaters, so even a half a banana and a protein shake gives you some energy right out of the gate. So the second you take that, I would wait an hour before starting your workout. So when you eat, I would wait exactly an hour before you start your program. That lets it settle just a little bit. And then a half an hour before you lift, I really recommend a pre-workout. In the morning, you need all the advantage you can get to get your central nervous system fired up. So get up, eat a banana, half a banana, and a whey protein shake. You don't have to eat a banana. You could eat some fruit like grapes or strawberries or whatever. Just don't eat too much when you get up. And then a half an hour before your lift, hit your pre-workout. During your workout, sip on BCAAs or a protein shake, highly diluted in like 20 ounces of water. So when you're done with that, when you're done with your workout, then I would hit a quality meal, because you always want a quality meal after you're lifting. Not because of the post window, a workout window of opportunity or anything like that. No, this is all about common sense. When you are done eating, you hungry. You hungry. So when you hungry, you gotta eat. Because when you hungry, you gotta eat. Listen to your body. Do what makes sense. When you are hungry, eat. When you're done lifting, you're probably gonna be hungry. Especially if you do morning workouts, you're probably going to be hungry the rest of the day. So listen to your body, common sense. A lot of this is just common sense. When you're hungry, you got to eat. All right, next question is from SteveG. He says, if I were to program in hex presses, incline at 30 degrees, would it be before or after flies? He's talking on chest day, so he's doing hex presses, incline hex presses. And he's asking him if he should do them before or after flies, implying that he's leading off with a bench press movement. Look, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't really matter how you structure these exercises. There is no magic. The magic is consistency and progression. You can start off with bench, do hex, do flies, or you can start off with hex, do flies, do bench. You can start off with flies, do bench, do hex. It doesn't really matter if you're not training for powerlifting. You can really do anything you want. The rules are completely pliable. You can twist them, turn them, shape them, whatever you want. All that matters is consistency and progression. It's okay to play. It's okay to have fun. Me, I'm going to do bench. Then I'm probably going to do the next most challenging exercise, which is a hex incline, and then fly. So that's probably the best way to do it. I like to do the heaviest exercises when I'm the most fresh, so I can focus on form and so I can push as much weight as possible, because I, the big hairy ugly dude, am obsessed with weight. All right, last question is from Quick Question. The last question is from Quick Question. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even lying. I'm not even mad. All right. Is it actually harder for teenagers in their early years, 13 to 17 years old, to gain muscle? Oh no, it's actually easier for teens 13 to 17 to gain muscle. You are hormonally charged. You are a sleeping machine. You can eat more than us old dudes. Most of you can eat clean food all day long. Munch, eat clean food all day long, munch, and not gain weight. not gain a lot, not gain fat. I'm talking clean foods, not Doritos and Mountain Dew, so don't get your hopes up. But teenage boys can generally eat a lot more clean foods. They sleep much better. They're hormonally charged. Their human growth hormone levels and testosterone levels are through the roof. That trifecta, the ability to eat more food, super hormones, super sleep, super recovery, they can generally gain faster than guys that are a little bit older. Now, the key is, the problem is, most teenagers don't have proper tutelage. I just like saying that word, so I said it 3 times. They don't have proper tutelage to learn to know how to lift properly. So they spend a lot of time wasting their efforts in the gym. So if they have somebody training them, teaching them about consistency, progression, form, safe training, they can make amazing gains. I made my best gains when I was 18 and 19 years old, when I finally learned how to lift. So guys, that's it for Q and A Sunday. Again, if you have any questions or comments, hit up my Q and A link below. If you have made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.